All right. So, good morning or good day, whenever you might see this. I have a new wireless microphone that I am playing with and testing out today. So it looks like it's on. I am going to do just a quick little yoga session for you as well. So I'm looking at probably like only 15 minutes. We'll see how it goes. But I just did another HIIT workout myself this morning, and I need to stretch and move and breathe and bring my heart rate down and bring my whole body back into balance. And so yoga is where it's at. So join me if you want. We're going to begin in downward facing dog. So get to your yoga mat. So hands are shoulder width apart, feet are hip width apart. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Arms are straight, strong, hips are lifted, pulling up and back. And you're straightening your legs just as much as you can. All right, you've got tight hamstrings or tight lower back. You're probably going to need to soften your knees a little bit, and that's okay. All right, but we're working on straightening those legs eventually, reaching your heels down to the ground. And right here, we start to connect to our breath. So take a deep breath in through your nose as you seal your lips. Breathe in, big full breath. And then allow a big open mouth exhale here. So open your mouth, let it all go. If you do anything today, right here, downward dog, just 3 big breaths is all you need. I'm not joking. It can just reset, change your whole day. Okay, big inhale, exhale out. Right, sometimes it's just the simple things. Take another big breath and just let it go. Okay, so we're going to start moving right away. I want you to lift your heels up nice and high. So pull the heels up as high as you can. Press into your big toe mound. See if you can shift your hips up and back just a little bit higher. Take another breath in, and then as you exhale, we're just going to drop down to our knees. Okay? And then you can slide your hands in just slightly if you want here. And then as you breathe in again, we're going to come into cow pose. So we're going to drop your belly, roll your shoulders back, tilt your tailbone up, and look up. And then exhale, come into cat pose. Round your spine, tuck your tailbone and your chin. So nice big arch here. And again, breathe in, come through cow pose. Nice slow breath. And then keep those toes tucked under. Lift your hips up and back as you exhale, downward facing dog. So let's move through that again. Breathe in, lift your heels up nice and high. Press away from your mat. As you exhale, drop down to your knees. Breathe in, cow pose. Looking up, tilt your tailbone up. And then as you exhale, come into cat pose. Really round your spine, press away from the mat. Again, breathe in, come to cow. And your exhale, you'll come back into downward facing dog. Let's just do that one more time. Breathe in, lift the heels. And exhale, drop to your knees. Connecting your breath to your movement. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, back to cow. Exhale to downward facing dog. Press away. Lift those hips. Melt your heels down. Now from here, guys, reach your right leg up. As you breathe in, stretch that leg up as high as you can, and then reach your left heel closer down towards the ground. Take another breath in, reach up, and then exhale, pull your knee to your chest and step through to lunge pose. And then just stay right here, maybe come up onto your fingertips. See if you can lengthen your spine and let your hips softly move forward and down. So think about that back leg. We're keeping that knee lifted away from the mat right now. Back leg is straight and strong. And just enjoy that nice deep stretch through the front of the left hip here. Take another breath in. And then as you exhale, we're just going to straighten that front leg as much as we can. And see if you can even flex the toes back towards your face. Press into your right heel. Drop your torso closer towards your right leg. And just breathe. Right, nice big stretch for our legs right away. Take a breath in. Exhale out. And then come back into your lunge pose. We'll just move through that one more time with the breath. So breathe in, lengthen the spine, nice deep lunge. And exhale, pull the hips back, straighten that front leg as much as you can. Flex the toes towards your face. Nice, breathe in, come back to your lunge. Now, taking a little twist here, plant your left hand down, sweep your right arm up to the sky. Spread your fingers wide. Think about drawing that right shoulder blade back. Open up your chest. And then we're just going to take some big circles with our arms. So pull your arm bone back as far as you can. Thumb points back, opening up that shoulder. And then pull your arm bone down. You're going to internally rotate that shoulder, reaching down and forward. And then coming up, spinning open as you open up the chest and that shoulder. So just keep going, maybe one or two more of those. Just big circle with the arm, open up the chest and the shoulder. Just let it feel good. One more round. And then just release back down to your lunge pose. And then look over your left shoulder. We're going to spin around for a wide leg forward fold facing the left edge of your yoga mat. And then just check in with your feet. Make sure all 10 toes are pointing towards this left edge, so the outer edges of your feet are parallel with the top and bottom of your yoga mat. And then just take a nice wide leg forward fold so you can grab your ankles. You can just grab the ground, right? And just allow gravity to work here. So allow your shoulders to relax. Let your head be heavy. Take a breath in. And then I want you to come up just about halfway. So come to your fingertips, lengthen your spine. Now pull your heels in, bend into your knees, and then just maybe rock side to side. So getting into these hips a little bit. And then bring your hands to your knees, lifting your torso up, lengthen your spine. Take a big breath in, and as you exhale, we're going to drop that right shoulder down. Press your knees out wide and look over your left shoulder. So it's a little bit of a twist, right? Opening up the spine, the hips, and a nice little twist and stretch for the shoulders as well. Take your next breath in, come center, and exhale, drop the left shoulder down. Really press with that left hand. So press the left hand and knee into one another. Drop that left shoulder down, spin around, looking over your right shoulder. Nice. And then just come back to your center. Hands at your heart. Sit a little deeper. See if you can lift all 10 toes. Knees are drawing out. Hips are sinking low. Whew. Work those legs a little bit. Put a little heat right into your body. Take another breath in. See if you can sit 1 inch deeper as you exhale. Now, stand up, straighten the legs, reach for the sky. Breathe in. And we're going to take triangle pose, but towards our left leg. So spin your left toes towards now the back edge of your mat, okay? And then left hand reaches down. The right hand reaches up towards the sky. So your left hand might be kind of by your shin, or maybe it reaches all the way down towards your ankle. But most importantly, we want to make sure we're not slumping forward, right? So think about pulling that right shoulder back, lengthening your spine. Drawing back on your hips. And just take a breath. Inhale. Exhale out. Whew. Nice, one more breath here. And then we'll release to a lunge pose with that left foot forward now, okay? Step back to plank pose from here. Take a breath in, lower yourself down to the ground. And then cobra. So just press into your hands, roll your shoulders back, lift your chest. Breathe in. Exhale, release it. Then tuck your toes under, press back up to plank, to downward facing dog. So you should be facing the other direction now. Okay, that was intentional. And just coming back to your down dog and coming back to your breath. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Pull your belly in. See if you can lift your hips up a little bit higher. So let's move into the other side. Left leg reaches up high. All right, so pull that left leg up, and as you do, drop that right heel closer down towards the ground. This is a big old stretch for that right leg. Taking a breath in, and then pull your left knee into your chest. Let's step on through to lunge pose. And again, we're just going to be here for a breath or two, so settle in. Come to your fingertips, lengthen your spine. Allow those hips to move forward and down. And again, the back leg is staying straight and strong. Just enjoying that nice opening through the front of the right hip. Take another breath in. Exhale out. One more breath here. And then on your next exhale, you're going to pull the hips up and back. And you're going to work on straightening that front leg just as much as you can, flexing the toes back towards your face. Okay? And just do what you can, right? On this side, my leg is just a little bit tighter, right? So I'm not able to go as far. That's all right. Just paying attention to your body, paying attention to what you need, maybe what you don't need. Let's move with our breath just through those two poses. Come back to your lunge pose. Breathe in. Nice deep bend in the front knee. Lengthen the spine. And exhale. Pull the hips up and back, straightening that front leg just as much as you can. All right, so let's come back to our lunge pose. Now, plant your right hand down. Sweep your left arm up as we take our twist. Spread your fingers wide. Draw that left shoulder blade back. And then we start to open up as we make big circles with the arm. So pull the left arm bone back. And then spin it around as you reach down for the ground. Sweep the arm forward, up and around. So you should feel the shoulder opening here, external rotation, and it sort of flips, right? And you internally rotate that shoulder as you come down and forward and around. So you're getting full range of motion here in your shoulders, opening it up. Maybe one more time around. Just enjoy that. Let it feel good. And then just releasing to your lunge pose. Look over your right shoulder now. We're going to spin around for that wide leg forward fold again. Okay? So again, just check in with the feet. Make sure the outer edge of the feet are rooted down, all 10 toes pointing towards the edge of your mat. Drop in to a nice wide leg forward fold. And just take a breath. Exhale out. And then you're going to come up to like a halfway lift. So just your fingertips lengthen your spine. Pull your heels in slightly. And this time we're going to really bend into that right knee. See if you can straighten that left leg. Okay? Drop the hips down. Okay? So it's going to look different for you, I'm sure. All right? But just do what you can. Hopefully it feels good. Okay? That's the point. If you're in pain, you come up out of it. If it's just a very strong sensation, stick with it. Okay? Take a breath or two. Keep pressing into that left heel. Keep pulling back on the hips. If you can, lift the chest, perhaps even eventually hands at your heart. Use that right arm bone to press that right knee open. Just one more breath wherever you are. And then release that side. Come back through your center. Okay? Maybe shake out a little bit. And then come on over to your left. Dropping down. Just as far as you can go, right? So it might be like this. That's okay. I feel a great stretch right here too. Okay? And every day is different, right? Some days it doesn't look like this for me either. I'm feeling pretty open right now. So allow the hips to come down, straightening that right leg just as much as you can. Again, really pressing down into that right heel, flexing the toes so this whole leg is activated, right? And then maybe eventually bringing the hands up to heart center. Using that left arm bone now to press the left knee open. Nice deep stretch and compression for our hips. Take another breath. And we'll release it. Come back to your center. Shake it out if you need to. Okay? Spin the toes back forward though here, and now come all the way up to star pose. So reaching up, breathe in. And now we'll take that triangle pose towards our right leg, okay? So the right toes are facing forward. Reaching the right arm down and the left arm up. Big, beautiful stretch. Try to think about keeping your spine nice and long. Drawing back on the left shoulder. Maybe eventually even looking up towards your left thumb. One more breath here, guys. Inhale. And a nice long exhale to release. Hands back down to lunge pose, now facing the top of your mat again with your right foot forward. We'll step that right foot back to plank. Lower yourself to the ground. Cobra, breathe in, roll up. Exhale, release it. Tuck your toes under. Press back up to plank, to downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Exhale it all out. Let it go. Lift your heels up nice and high. Drop your knees down. Take a breath in, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, just come to a neutral sign. Stretch your right arm as far forward as you can and drop your forehead to the mat. Take a breath in. Exhale out. Come back to your tabletop position. Stretch your left arm as far forward as you can. Drop your forehead to the mat. Just feel a really nice opening through your armpit, your upper back. Release that. And then with toes tucked under, if you can, bring your hips back to your heels. Okay? Big stretch to the feet. Bring your hands to your heart center. Close your eyes. 3 deep breaths here. If it's really too much on the feet, you can untuck the toes. If it's just a strong sensation, stick with it, guys. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale out. And then everyone just release to the tops of the feet. Release your hands to the tops of your legs, palms facing up. Close your eyes and just take another breath. Hands come to your heart center. Thanks for joining me if you did. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope there's more to come. And we can do more together. Okay, guys? All right. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you. Cheers, guys.